What are the kind of weightages that it has for you to get admitted into IIM Mumbai? Now, what is the eligibility criteria? Now, what are minimum cutoffs that you need? Doesn't guarantee a call, but that's a minimum that you need to have. Now, how many seats do they have? Unless you got 97.04 percentile, last year a student did not get a call from them. Hello students, Namaste, welcome to MBA 360. Today we're going to discuss about IIM Mumbai. What is the selection process? What is the eligibility criteria that you have? What are the kind of weightages that it has for you to get admitted into IIM Mumbai? The cutoffs that they have and the kind of seats that they have so that you know exactly what your chances are of getting into IIM Mumbai. You must know IIM Mumbai earlier was called NITI, which was based in Bombay, and then they converted NITI into NITIE, right? And that is what is converted into IIM Mumbai. So it's essentially an old institution which has been renamed into IIM Mumbai, and they obviously brought in the entire pedagogy and curriculum and the practices of IIMs that they were. Now, before I move ahead, my request to you is, if you are an MBA aspirant, whatever the percentile is, whatever the score is, whatever the merit is, if you want to pursue MBA, please subscribe to this channel, because I promise you that we'll keep you updated, informed and alerted on everything that is needed for you to take the best decision for you to get into the best MBA possible based on your score, merit and right. Now, talking of IIM Mumbai, what is IIM Mumbai? It's established in 1963. It was earlier NITIE. So this is what it was, NITI, and that's the reason why it was established in 1963. As an IIM, I think it came down in 2024 or 23 or something like that. The type is, it's an INI, Institution of National Importance. All IIMs are INIs. It's spread over 67 acres in Powai, in Mumbai. 6th best B school in the country. In fact, in graduation outcome, which is placements and all, I think it is the number one if I'm not wrong. I'll get back to you on that. The total students is 1012, of which 61% are boys and 38% are girls. Outside the state, all INIs have that. All IIMs, you will have more students from outside the state because students come from all over the country to be a part of the institution. You also have 2 students from outside the country, and the total faculty is 75, which essentially means that you actually have about 13 to 14 students per faculty in this institution. Now, what is the eligibility criteria? You need to be a graduate with 50%, sir. And the degree should be at least 3 years and above. So it can be a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year degree, but you need to be at least being a graduate with a 3-year degree, at least 3 years. Of course, there is nothing below 3 years, remember that. And at least 50% if you're a general category and 45% if you're a SC, ST and PWD. Now, what are minimum cutoffs that you need to at least get a call from them? By the way, it doesn't guarantee your call, but that's a minimum cutoff. If you go below that, there is no chance that whatever your other credentials are, that you'll get a call, right? So general categories, it's 85 percentile. For OBC, it's 75 percentile. EWS, 75 percentile. SC, 70. ST, 65. And PWD, 55. So essentially from 85 percentile, which is general category, and 75 percentile for EWS and OBC is what you're dealing with, and then you go down to the categories. And then within that, you also have a sectional cutoff. Typically, a sectional cutoff would be about 5-10 percentile lesser than what your overall percentile is, so that even if you get a lesser percentile in one single subject, it doesn't derail you because you can cover it up in any other subject, which is what happens. So if you see this, 85 percentile is here, but here it's 80 percentile, 80 and 75. And same thing, it's 75, it's 70, 65 and 65. So that's what happens across the board. So, but anyway, 85 percentile is the minimum cutoff that you need to qualify to get a call from them. It doesn't guarantee a call, but that's a minimum that you need to have. Now, what are the weightages? The CAT, IIM Mumbai gives a lot of weightage to CAT score. So that is 55 percentile. In IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore, it's just 25 percentile, mind you. 25% is weightage. Here, the weightage for CAT score is 55%. Then for personal interview, it's 20%. The diversity factor, which is gender diversity and everything else, is 5%. The academics, which is the kind of scores that you got in class 10th and 12th and graduation, is 14%. And work experience, they very clearly mentioned, is 6%. Right? So essentially this totals to 100, but CAT score is 55%, which essentially means that your CAT score is extremely important for you to get into IIM Mumbai. Now, how many seats do they have? General category, you have 220 seats. OBC, you have 148 seats. SC, you have 82, ST, you have 41. Then you also have a few other categories we did not list out here, including EWS and those kind of things. But in all, the intake is 550 seats, which is where you saw about 1,000 plus students on the other side, because it's a 2-year program. So this is what you're dealing with. Now last year, earlier I told you, if you recall, the kind of minimum percentile we talked of here, and we talked of 85 percentile, if you see this here. But what is the minimum percentile at which you got a call? Though the minimum percentile cutoff qualifying mark is 85 percentile there, unless you got 97.04 percentile, last year a student did not get a call from them. So the standards are very, very high. That is minimum. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but Unless you got 97.04%, in the year 25-27, you could not get a call. Similarly, for EWS, it's 90.55 against 70 there. Here, it's OBC 92.07 against 70 there. SC, it is 80.94 against 60 there. And ST, it is 68.2 against 55 there. So the standards, the merit, the CAT score is extremely high here. And obviously, because of the fact that you also have 55% weightage for the CAT score, this CAT examination becomes very, very important for you, right? So this is what we are talking of. I talked of this eligibility criteria, the number of seats, the selection process, the weightages and everything. If you have any more questions, please write to us and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And subscribe to this channel, because what we intend to do is to help you get into the best college. For that, you need to subscribe so that you are better informed, and everything that we do on MBA would be a part of your repertoire in terms of you making a choice based on that information. Thank you so much. Namaste.